We spend so much time post divorce looking for someone to blame or waiting for an apology that is never going to come. But there's one apology that actually has the power to set you free, and it's the one you owe to yourself. As high achieving women, we are experts at spotting the potential in others. Yet we can be completely blind to our own brilliance. We've spent years overfunctioning and overperforming, but we've done it from a place of trying to prove our worth rather than owning it. Today, we acknowledge our worth unapologetically. By the end of this episode, we are going to remove the blind spots that have kept you from seeing your own value. I'm walking you through a radical worthiness reflection, a love letter to the woman you were, and a blueprint for the woman you are becoming. This is how we close the chapter on Not Enough and start the chapter of unapologetic worth. Welcome to Wings of a Phoenix. I'm your host, Trina Briscoe Matthews, and I help high achieving women 40 and over rebuild their lives with intention after divorce. My mission is to help you move through the chaos, reclaim your power and your peace, and intentionally design your next chapter. If you are ready to stop just surviving and start leading your own life again, you are exactly where you need to be. We started this series by looking in the mirror and reclaiming our external beauty, reminding ourselves that from our nose to our toes, we are a masterpiece. Then we moved into prioritizing ourselves, making the intentional choice to carve out time just for our own presence. But today we are going even deeper. We are moving from the external and the schedule into the soul. You can admire your reflection and manage your time, but if you don't believe you are worthy of that beauty and that time, you'll never truly shine. Today is about removing the blind spots and writing the love letter that honors the woman you've always been. Today, we're diving into day 29 of my book, Self Love for Women Transform Your Life in 30 Days. And we're going to go deep about how we feel about ourselves at our core. Today's mantra: I forgive myself for not seeing my worth, and I remove any blind spots so that my worthiness shines through. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself post-divorce. It's so easy to dwell on the past mistakes or beat ourselves up for not recognizing our worth sooner. We're going to forgive the woman who stayed too long in a marriage she knew was over or was not good for her. We're going to forgive the woman who didn't speak up and hid her dreams and desires and let her voice be overshadowed. She was doing the best she could with the tools she had at the time. We're going to forgive the woman who lost her identity in the marriage or who gave up her happiness for the sake of others. We're going to forgive the woman who didn't think she deserved more or didn't know how to get it. Today, let's shift that narrative. Instead of looking back with regret, let's move forward with understanding and compassion. You see, forgiving ourselves is not just about letting go. It's also about creating space for self-discovery. How often have you found yourself caught in a cycle of self-doubt? Those moments when you question your abilities, your beauty, or your right to pursue your dreams. All of this can cloud your vision of who you truly are. But today, I'm inviting you to remove those blind spots and embrace the truth of your worth. Think of it this way: you wouldn't let someone else's opinion of you define your value, so why do it to yourself? It's time to reclaim your worth and shine brightly without apology. The fact that you may not have recognized your worth in the past doesn't diminish the fact that it was there. You've always been worthy, You were born worthy, and you are worthy now. And you will always be worthy. Your worthiness is not determined by your marital status or your social status, your profession, or your net worth. It is your birthright, and it is never too late to embrace that truth. Today, I want you to write a love letter to yourself. So find a quiet space, get comfortable. You want to be someplace where you can reflect with minimum distractions. You can grab a journal or you can open up your notes app on your phone, and you're going to write a love letter to yourself. Now, this letter is going to have 5 parts. It's going to start with forgiveness and it's going to end with gratitude. And you are going to write to your past self, your present self, and your future self. Now, you're going to start the letter and share your feelings of forgiveness. Okay. Acknowledge the moments you didn't see your worth and tell yourself that it's okay. Next, I want you to think about your strengths and your achievements and things that make you proud that you've done in the past. And I want you to celebrate those and I want you to congratulate yourself. Now, these can be big or small, personal or professional. Um, it doesn't make a difference. It's just important that these are accomplishments that reflect your strength and your value. And again, something that you feel proud of. And I really want you to celebrate them in this letter. And please don't be modest. Celebrate like you are celebrating your best friend. Some of us really need to work on learning how to be our own cheerleaders. So definitely do that and celebrate yourself. Then, what we're going to do before you start writing to your present self, I want you to do a short visualization exercise. Okay. So just listen right now. You're going to take a few moments, close your eyes. Obviously, we cannot do this if we are driving, but just think about this. Visualize yourself surrounded by light and imagine that that light is illuminating any blind spots, areas where you haven't recognized your worth. And as you breathe in deeply, I want you to feel that light expanding and pushing out negativity and self doubt. And with every inhale, embrace the energy of worthiness and self acceptance. And I want you to repeat that same process in your love letter to your present and future selves. Okay. And your present self, when you're writing to your present self, acknowledge where you are right now, what struggles you're going through, and what triumphs you have. Reflect on your strengths and your values, acknowledge them, and celebrate them. Then, lastly, I want you to write to your future self and do the same thing. What things are you celebrating that you've done in your future? What things are you acknowledging in terms of your strength? And then I want you to close your letter by thanking yourself. Thank yourself for not giving up on yourself. And think about what your life is going to look like a year from now as you write to your future self and thank her. And then make sure you end your letter with a celebration, celebrating all the wonderful things that you've done. And I know sometimes it's hard to think about celebrating ourselves and be thankful for the things that we've gone through, especially when we're in the process of going through them. I know how difficult that is. However, you're here today. You have survived some challenges. You have overcome some obstacles. And so we need to recognize that and we need to celebrate it. And like I said, no matter how big or how small, you are worthy of celebration. So please do this for yourself. This is really so important before you try to figure out what your next chapter is going to look like. Let's acknowledge the fact that you've gotten this far. Now, the other thing you can do once you have completed your letter to yourself, and take some time with this does not need to be a quick thing. I want you to take some time with it, reflect on it. And once you have done that, you can read it out loud to yourself so that you can hear it in your own words and let that sink in. Let the truth of your worthiness resonate within you. Sometimes we take for granted just how fantastic we are, and we only focus on those things in our lives that we want to change. And we forget how strong we are. We forget the challenges that we've already overcome. And this is our time to acknowledge that. The other thing you may want to do, and I have also done this, is instead of writing the letter, maybe you have a voice memo and you just talk through all of these things. So start with forgiving yourself, and then you talk to your past self, your present self, your future self, and then you end with gratitude. So you could also do it on a voice memo. That way you can listen to it whenever you need. Now, this exercise isn't just a one-time activity. It's a practice you can return to whenever you find yourself slipping into old patterns of self-doubt or negativity. Keep the letter someplace where you can see it to give yourself inspiration. Or, like I said, you may want to make a voice memo of the letter so you can listen to it whenever you want or need. Forgiving yourself for not seeing your worth is a first step towards removing those blind spots. Remember how special you are and that the world needs your light, and it's time for you to shine unapologetically. You are a queen, and I want you to own it. Thank you so much for going on this self-love journey with me today and all of this month. And if you're ready to take this work deeper, click the link at the top of this description to get your own copy of Self-Love for Women, Transform Your Life in 30 Days. And for those of you who prefer immediate clarity, my Phoenix Reset Guide is available at the resource link. If you love this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us reach more women ready to rebuild their lives with intention. I'm Trina Briscoe Matthews, and until next time, remember, this is your season to rise.